Boom. Hello,
Jonah
hello.
in the house. What's up, buddy?
Not much. What's going on?
How are you, man? How you
Great,
feeling?
great, great.
21 years old. You take down a tournament for 227,000. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, it's pretty surreal.
Yeah, I actually I was going back through our old messages and so just I'll share some background. Jonah joined my group coaching in March and sent me a message. And at the very end of the message, you basically say, I just want to be able to compete at the highest level against the best competition. And you just sound like super hungry and like you're working super hard, and then boom, like you get the result. Like that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
What was yeah.
that's it. Yeah, that's it. I mean, just trying to always be the best at what I'm doing. Same thing when I was playing basketball. Same thing. Just always trying to be the best, beat the best.
Okay. Yeah. So do you want to tell us a little bit about kind of your background, like basketball and like how you kind of fell into poker?
Yeah. So I played basketball my whole life. Um, varsity in high school, all that good stuff. Um, and then yeah, then started working at a restaurant, and then COVID hit, and then making money through the restaurant wasn't really a good thing because no one was coming in. It wasn't busy because of COVID. Found this little small poker group. It was they did like $10 sit and goes, and I was like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm in there.
This is
And then
like live.
no, online. It was in
Okay.
like a little Poker Stars group. So yeah, just kept grinding that, and then built the bankroll, and then just kept moving up in stakes really. And then once I turned 21, went and played live, and that's all she wrote really.
Okay. And then so the like were you studying or working on your game or just playing, or like how did you kind of start improving?
Yeah, as a start, no, it was just kind of just playing. Just, I mean, the competition in those games were really soft, so it
Yeah.
wasn't hard to win.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I didn't really start studying until like pre WSOP, honestly.
Okay.
Like going hardcore study.
Okay. So that's in the last like year then basically.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like pretty much right after I won my ring, I was like, all right, this could be a really good thing.
So that's interesting because usually when people win big, they kind of feel like they don't need to study. They just kind of are a little overconfident, especially if
Uh,
someone as young as yourself, but you realize somehow you need to study. How did you like why did you think you needed to work on your game?
yeah, I mean, honestly, it was like, well, okay, this is a $400 tournament that I won my ring in. This is cool, you know, but these players, they're not the best. I want to be able to compete in, you know, one case
Yeah.
plus. And so knowing that I wasn't on that level yet
Yeah.
was kind of what drives me and still
Okay.
does.
So you're just in touch with reality.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then so when you want to go play higher stakes, like what were the most impactful things that helped your game? Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
I mean, yeah, once I joined your group, it was really like a clicker.
Okay.
Like, I like how the way you set your thing up, where it's like, hey, this is going to be the most common spots.
Hmm.
This is a video, most common spot. This is a video, blah, blah, blah. So that made it really easy, being able to have those videos.
Yeah, prioritizing the learning path correctly because there's endless amounts of stuff to study. You can't study it all, but being efficient, going in the right order is game changer.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Just
Nice. Awesome.
studying and not stopping.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, awesome. And then do you like talk hands with other people? Who are those people? Or yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, I have like I'm in a club on Poker Bros, and I have like a small group of friends on there that I
Okay.
talk a lot of hands with. But other than that, I mean, I have a one-on-one coach, Fausto Valdez,
Hmm.
um, sending hands to him and stuff like that, and that's all it really. That's really
Yeah.
it, really.
Okay, cool. So mix of the group coaching, talking as with the group, and then a coach as well. Awesome.
Right.
And what was it like at the so was that was pretty much your first like real that was your first time being on a live stream, right?
Yeah. So actually, funny story. So 2 days before the final table, so I just bagged day one, and then the next day we got invited to the small like 2-5 live stream at GPC Live. It's in Georgetown, Texas. Um, so yeah, like 1K buy-in. That was my first ever live stream, and I was so nervous for that because you know it's the first. But that was really a good help to be able to play on the lodge live because you know I already had some experience on the lodge stream or on the stream in general. So yeah, then when I came to the final table, I mean, I don't know, I was in like it's kind of like I was trying to explain to someone like when you play basketball or a sport or anything, and you just like know like you're just there, like you're just locked in, like there's
You're in the
just a
flow
different
state.
mode. Right. There's
Both
there's just
say.
like a right.
It's like when you're just like I played ball too. I played in high school and everything, and
Yeah.
every day of my life, like up until college, 3 hours before sundown, I was on the court. So I'm with you there. Sometimes you're just like you're in the zone and like everything's working out and you feel unstoppable.
Right. That's exactly how it felt the whole final table, honestly.
Yeah, I've had certain tournaments where I'm trying to remember. Like I think my last big final table, like deep, or I got second in the Hard Rock event for like 500K. Like I just remember like the final three tables. I just felt like I knew what everyone had. I was just in this zone, and I felt like they felt my confidence, and everyone was kind of staying away from me. And it's just yeah, it's crazy like how big the psychological impact of poker is.
Oh yeah, 100%. I completely agree with you.
I guess you were talking about kind of the group coaching and how it helped kind of knowing what order to go in. Are there certain kind of concepts or topics or something that you feel like has really helped transform your game or just was really helpful for you?
Yeah, the check raising from the big blind, that video right there, that was huge. Double barreling, like all like pretty much like your main like 3-4 videos is
Okay.
just like, oh yeah, I got it.
Okay. Yeah, dude, it's funny. So many people come back, so many students come back and tell me the check raising from the big blind transformed their game. So
Yeah.
it really is. Cool. Great to hear that. Okay, cool. And what's your plan? What are you going to be playing like the next year and a half? And also like what do you want to be doing like 5-10 years from now? Where do you want to see yourself?
For the end of this year, so I was already gonna plan to play the Win 10K in December, I believe. But I
Nice.
added in the Bellagio 5 Diamond
Okay. Yeah, we talked about
next
that.
month. But outside of that, really just I'll be in Cherokee end of the year. Pretty much just the normal schedule. The only one I added was the Bellagio. But then as far as like down the road, I mean, yeah, just kind of be on your level, you
Yeah.
know, traveling everywhere, playing the highest buy-ins against the best competition. That's where I want to be.
Cool, cool. And do you want to like travel abroad to like see abroad, or is it more just about being in the biggest tournaments?
I mean, yeah, of course I'd like to travel, see the rest of the world. But yeah, really just wanting to play against the best and be the
Yeah.
best. Really.
Awesome, man. You're hungry and you seem dedicated and motivated. So I'd bet my money on you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So you sent me a bunch of timestamps for us to go through in our lesson. We're going to be
That
doing.
was just every hand that I ever saw. That was that
Yeah.
that I ever was involved in or had an interesting spot.
Yeah. So those you listening, we're going to be doing a lesson coming up where we're going to review the entire live stream with the whole cards up. Where Jonah won what 220K.
227,000.
227K. So we're going to review all the hands he played and talk through strategy, hear his thought process, give my feedback, and it's going to be really awesome. I would love to actually let's find a hand that maybe you weren't sure what to do. If you want to talk about a hand right now.
Yeah, let me look through the timestamps too. And see
Yeah,
if
I got him up
remember.
right here. So this is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-handed.
We're gonna do it, but love the suggestions.
The 9 seat was pretty short, and also the 5 seat was pretty short.
We call
The
it
9 seat was short, and which seat?
The 5 seat, the guy in the middle,
Okay. And what position are you this hand? Do you know?
the small blind.
Okay, got it. So this looks like a middle position open.
Ace king. The doctor.
And then this guy on the button, his name is Kareem. Cool dude, awesome guy.
Al Bauer.
He was playing pretty tight. I only started playing with him when we were down to like the final 2 tables.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was a pretty tight guy. Didn't seem to get out of line very often, so that kind of went into my thinking in this hand.
Okay, so Hijack has 40 bigs, and he has. Did he call?
No, he 3 bets.
Oh wow. Okay, so he has 10 million, and so he has about 30 big blinds, I believe, right?
Yeah, looks like 40 and 30. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a little over 30. Another guy has 40. I mean, you got ace queen the small blind offsuit.
Yeah.
I'm just getting out of here.
Yeah. Which is what I do. But the main thing I want to talk about this hand, like, because if he calls, I'm obviously probably gonna 3 bet.
Yeah, okay, I see. See, and I like that you're thinking about that. So this is definitely like signs of a good player. A lot of students only bring up hands that they're losing or like spots they're in, but the really signs of a player who's going to grow faster is like thinking about, well, what if this was different, or what if I had that hand? And then rather than learning one spot, you're learning like 15 spots in one hand. So that's awesome that you're asking these questions. So What would you do if you flatted? You have 30 bigs here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really
I
tough.
would probably would have, I mean, thinking about it now, I probably would have like, I don't know, jam and then like finding like a 3-bet fold size sounds cool, but I don't know.
Yeah, I could. Well, so the question is, who
Or
are
a
these
4-bet
people?
fold size.
How active is the hijack is opening? I mean, that's going to be the most important variable here.
Yeah, true. He wasn't crazy active, solid. Once the tournament keeps going, he becomes very tight, especially with the massive chip lead he gets.
I see. Okay, and then how short are those short stacks?
If you press play, I'm sure the stacks will come up on the 9C. It looks like he doesn't have that much.
Okay, so he has 1 point. Oh wow, so he has. So we're talking like 5 big blinds he has.
300K big blind. Yeah, right.
Okay, wow. So he's very short. Okay, well that definitely changes things because the risk premium. Oh, sorry. So that definitely changes things. The risk premium goes up a lot when you have someone that short. And was the other player kind of similar? You said there was one other.
I want to say maybe he had like 4 million, something like that. I could be wrong,
Okay.
but
Okay, 11 big. So in that case, risk premium is crazy high. Yeah, I'm pretty. I don't think I'm just folding. I think I'm either 3-bet folding or I'm jamming. It seems really close between those two. I think the weaker the field, the more I'm probably just 3-bet folding because what are the chances he's gonna rip back on you? And there's
right.
probably some ace-x suited hands he needs to rip on you that he's probably not gonna do. As long as your image isn't like super crazy where you've been taking these spots, then I don't think anyone's gonna do much. So yeah, I would go with the 3-bet fold here.
Yeah.
But I am curious kind of what the correct kind of GTO play would be here. Is this is 7-handed?
I believe it was 7, yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's try to find, so this is something that I do when I want to review the spots. I use Preflop Academy. So first we got to figure out what is the best kind of scenario to emulate this situation that you're in. So we need to find a 6-bit, like a really short stack. So 8 big blind stack. Do you know what the average stack was approximately?
Probably 25 to 30 bigs.
Okay, so you're in the small blind with 30. Here, small blind has 36 big blinds. Could check this just to see.
Yeah, the other guy might have been closer to 18 bigs. I don't remember exactly.
Okay. So heroes in the small blind here. We're facing a raise first in and a call. So razor position, let's say the middle position open and the button called. I think that's pretty similar. Yeah, so the way I use this is like you don't get the exact answers, but at least it gives you some kind of directionality and then you could adjust based on that. So the question is, in this spot that we're looking at right now, this one here where my mouse is, this is the scenario that the chart is showing. Is the risk premium going to be higher or lower in on this chart compared to your real scenario?
It's a great question. I'm gonna say lower.
It's going to be lower here. Yeah, correct. Because in the real situation, you got a 5 big blind stack and an 8 big blind stack, whereas here you only have a 6 big blind stack.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say, so this is already telling you that you shouldn't be jamming that hand. You should just be 3-bet folding it. So that means if it's even higher risk premium, it's just going to be the same answer here.
Right.
I think this is super interesting. This is a big takeaway that I've had recently, that king queen suited kind of makes for better shoves here. Do you know why that might be?
Because you're blocking all those good hands.
Because you're unblocking a lot of the eight, because he should be opening ace-x like crazy, and you're unblocking that, which is great. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the button is doing some flatting with kings and queens. So it is nice to be blocking those. But I think the big thing there is unblocking the ace-x. You do see these shoves out of the ace-5 versus ace-3 suited, and yeah, I mean, if he calls, like, you're gonna rather have these hands than the ace-queen. So yeah, pretty interesting. So yeah, it looks like 3-bet fold is definitely the answer there.
That's what I thought. So that's cool.
Yeah. This is super useful tool. Are you using this one by any chance?
I am not.
Yeah, I think for final tables, this is super valuable. We have a student discount. I think you just got to type in my name, and then you'll get student discount. But I pretty much rely on this and Hold'em resources for myself.
Okay.
Study. All right, cool. Well, yeah, during the session, we'll be doing this a bunch more and go through a bunch of stuff. So yeah, thanks for jumping on. Do you have any other questions before we do the session or anything?
Not right now. If I do, I'll send you a
Yeah.
message.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I think we'll just basically go through these. I just want to make sure we get to the more important ones first, because what I'll do is I'll go through these in order, and then if we're like running out of time, I'll skip to the bold ones.
Yeah. Okay, that works.
All right, cool, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that quick chat with Jonah. On November 3rd at 10 a.m. PST, we're literally going to go through the entire final table, talk through all the hands Jonah played, analyze them. You guys get to ask questions in the chat as well. And if there's any hands we want to go deeper in, we will bust out the solver and do that every once in a while. If you can't make it live, you could always watch the recording as well. It's going to be available for anyone who has a Jakacoaching membership or purchases the individual lesson. So hope to see you there. It's going to be a great learning opportunity. Don't miss it.